I'm Ryan Sennott.
Ryan Sennott, everyone!
Sometimes I play music. I wrote this song back when, this goes way back when I was a teenager. I might have been 17 or 18 years old when I wrote this song. So it's a song I was trying to decide what to do with my life, and I'll just leave it at that for the moment. Jet rocket taking off, but then comes crashing down on the Moonlight River walk. That's in a scary town. Why does he walk away? Why can't he face his fear, his unfound confidence, or that he doesn't care? Beneath the hardened shell, his hidden frailty, a mind that doesn't tell, information he needs, going beyond spell, enjoying all that's free, a heart that grips it all, is waiting patiently. Who's got a lot to say, but only wanting more, living for truth and why, and all who he adores, listening for echoes of all his experience, confused by what is right, just wanting happiness, running to the wall, bound by his own desire, a will that doesn't fall, just can't escape this fire, just waiting for the call. He knows he's growing tired, diving avoids a star, but the shade get higher. Because standing behind, you're free. Quit standing behind, you're free. Beneath the hardened shell is hidden frailty, a mind that doesn't tell, information he needs, going beyond the spell, enjoying all that's free, a heart that grips it all, is waiting patiently. Beneath the hardened shell is hidden frailty, a mind that doesn't tell, information he needs, going beyond the spell, enjoying all that's free, a heart that grips it all, is waiting patiently.
Hey, so what year was that written?
I
Around?
have to think about this. Maybe like 04.
Okay. Yeah, and
Go on, sorry.
so I'm hearing a couple different, sort of bands and styles. Can
Yeah.
you tell me who was influencing you at that time?
Yeah, my inspirations back then were probably 90s alternative rock
Right.
and
Oh, yeah.
2000s.
Talk to me.
I was like, one of my favorite bands was Blink-182 and like Third Eye Blind.
Yeah, that's what I swear I was thinking that had a Third Eye Blind vibe to it. So earlier, Rick Paul had played, and he had talked about the evolution of songwriting and how a song that was written many years before he revisited and maybe changed a little bit as his life changed. So you wrote that song at a time when you were, a teenager, wondering, like finding your way or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Playing it now, does it mean anything different to you, or what does it mean to you now to look back at that?
I think about this. I think about this kid that wrote that song way back then. It was one of the first songs that I ever written. I probably wrote it in 10 minutes.
Wow.
But it was like very. I just had a big road ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'm looking back before a lot of things happened in my life, and I was just very, I had a lot of drive with what I wanted to do for my life. I was living way out in the country in Illinois. I grew up way in the boondocks, like in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And I was homeschooled, and ended up joining the Navy and coming out to California. So I've pretty much been here since 2006.
You've had quite the adventure, for sure. That song, I have to just say, just like a listener perspective, I just feel like your voice, and I say this like every time, but your voice just resonates through this entire hall so well. I'm like, it strikes the right chords like in our soul, and it feels really great. And I'm so happy that you come back here and share your music. And it's crazy how many songs everyone, how much people have to say and how important all these things are. And I'm glad we can showcase that here with you as well. Because that
song.
Go on.
I thought I'd bring something a little more upbeat than I normally do. I'm always playing like these really kind of somber, slow songs. But yeah, that was.
We love it all. I love it all for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I just think that it's fascinating to, you created something back then. That's why I encourage people to create now, and you can look back on this time capsule, if you will. You hear those, these sensory memories, and it brings you back to those feelings of, hope or angst or whatever that, that might have been. And again, that's why I encourage, whether music is your thing or even if it's journaling, just to be able to have your take on what's happening today. I appreciate you sharing that snapshot, of that part of your life with us, and you certainly still have a passion when you perform it. So that's super cool.
Absolutely. Well,
Right on.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
One more hand for Ryan S., everybody. Absolutely incredible. There you go.